Donald Trump and his wife, I don't know the name of my wife, he was referring to the fact that at CPAC, where I had a sold-out speech, the biggest audience they've had in years, I think maybe ever, I made the statement that Melania was very popular because when I mentioned her name, the audience went wild. I then looked at the two people, man and wife, Matt and Mercedes Schlapp, and I said, wow, they really like the First Lady. So this got taken as the fact that I thought Mercedes was the First Lady. It has nothing to do with that. These people are really dishonest. They are absolutely something. They have a horrible candidate who's a horrible president. They make up things constantly. You take a look at when I use Barack Hussein Obama and I interject him into where it's supposed to be Biden, and I do it purposely for comedic reasons and for sarcasm.
Right.
Welcome to What Was That? I'm Gabe Sanchez. Donald Trump and Republicans are freaking out because not only did President Biden humiliate Trump and mock MAGA conspiracy theorists, but he also ate ice cream. I wish I was kidding, but that is seriously what they're crying about.
What is wrong with these people?
President Biden was on Late Night with Seth Meyers and came out swinging with jokes.
I do want to ask about it. That says you are currently 81 years old.
Who the hell told you that?
Yeah.
That's classified.
That's classified.
Well, a couple things. Number one, you got to take a look at the other guy. He's about as old as I am, but he can't remember his wife's name.
Yeah.
My wife, our great First Lady, she was a great friend. People loved her. Yeah, people love her. Oh, look at that. Wow. Mercedes, that's pretty good.
Biden roasted Trump, which then caused the 77-year-old crybaby to go and make a video on Truth Social.
Donald Trump and his wife, I don't know the name of my wife.
Here's the thing, Mercedes Schlapp was in attendance, as in the wife of Matt Schlapp, the guy being sued for sexual assault and battery. So of course Trump likes him. Now, if people want to fact check to say that Trump wasn't confusing his wife with another woman, fine by me, but keep in mind, it wouldn't be the first time that something like this has happened. Because you know what's even worse than not knowing your wife's name? Confusing her for another woman, specifically E. Jean Carroll.
I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla. Yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
Carol.
Oh, is that?
The person you just pointed to was E. Jean Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson. Is that?
That's Carol.
Because it's very blurry.
Not a great strategy to confuse your wife with E. Jean Carroll, the woman that you claim to have never met, but hey, it's water under the bridge now, or I guess 88.3 million bridges. But the person who got really triggered by Biden's late night jokes was Jesse Waters.
The president puts his sunglasses on and everybody starts clapping.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen people put their sunglasses on. I've never clapped. I've never laughed. What's so funny about a man putting his sunglasses on?
As Ben LeBolt, the White House comms director, tweeted, "Feels like we touched a nerve here. Hey Jesse, in case you weren't aware, they're mocking you. You know, because you believe that President Biden and Taylor Swift are part of a government psyop?"
Well, around 4 years ago, the Pentagon's Psychological Operations Unit floated turning Taylor Swift into an asset during a NATO meeting. What kind of asset? A psyop for combating online misinformation. Listen.
You came in here wanting to understand how you just go out there and counter an information operation. The idea is that social influence can help encourage or promote behavior change, so potentially as like a peaceful information operation. I include Taylor Swift in here because she's a fairly influential online person. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah, that's real. The Pentagon PSYOP unit pitched NATO on turning Taylor Swift into an asset for combating misinformation online.
However, it shouldn't surprise anyone that the video that Waters played, the one that is pivotal to their conspiracy theory, was not actually the Pentagon PSYOP unit. Furthermore, none of the speakers on stage work for the Pentagon or the US government. No! I guess Jesse Waters didn't take his mother's advice.
Hello there, Mom. How have you enjoyed the show so far?
I have enjoyed the show. I want to say congratulations, Honey Bun. We are so proud of you and your accomplishments, and you've worked so hard. Now let's aim to have you keep your job. And to that end, I do have some suggestions.
Okay.
Do not tumble into any conspiracy rabbit holes. We do not want to lose you, and we want no lawsuits.
Look, I didn't think it was possible, but somehow Fox News got someone dumber than Tucker Carlson to replace Tucker Carlson. But if you thought sunglasses were bad, just watch Jesse Waters go into a full-blown meltdown over Biden eating ice cream. I'm not kidding.
Now, the ice cream, you know my rule about men eating soup in public. I don't think it's manly to go like that with a soup and you're blowing on it. It's just not a good look.
Wow, I gotta say, when I heard people say that Jesse Waters was a Nazi, I didn't know it also applied to soup. No soup for you! But seriously, if you don't use a spoon to eat soup, how do you eat it? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Jesse Waters eats soup with a fork. No, really, hear me out. It would allow for constant airflow through the slots, and it would take long enough to finish that it would be cold. It just feels like something that a smooth-brained genius like Jesse Waters would do. And I can only imagine that Jesse Waters follows that same spoon rule when his kids want to eat cereal at home. And speaking of cereal, I want to thank today's sponsor, Magic Spoon. My New Year's resolution is to cut back on sugar and stay on track with my fitness goals. And Magic Spoon makes that easier and more delicious than ever. The Magic Spoon Variety Pack comes in 4 flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. Their Variety Pack has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. Only 140 calories a serving, and it's high protein, has 0 grams of sugar, keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. I'm a huge fan of the peanut butter flavor, but I'm an even bigger fan of mixing the peanut butter and cocoa together. It's a simple and high-quality meal to start the day. Magic Spoon has the great taste you love with more protein and less sugar. Go to magicspoon.com/Gabe to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code Gabe at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Remember, start the new year off right with a delicious bowl of high-protein cereal at magicspoon.com/Gabe and use the code Gabe to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this episode. Oh, and if you thought that Jesse Waters was done with his ice cream tirade, nope.
I think the same thing for ice cream. You should save that for vacation. A grown man, especially the president, should not be licking ice cream in public.
Uh-oh, someone sound the alarm. Biden got ice cream with Seth Meyers after filming their interview. So Biden eating ice cream is where Waters draws the line, but not when Trump is at a Dairy Queen struggling to figure out what a blizzard is?
Everybody wants a blizzard. What the hell is a blizzard?
Would Waters prefer Biden eat a slice of pizza while answering a reporter's question? Look, I think it's safe to say that Jesse Waters has a huge crush on Trump.
I am now going to book the Fulton County photographer for my Christmas card. Because, Judge, and I say this with a unblemished record of heterosexuality, he looks good. And he looks hard.
I also want to point out that this is not the first time that Jesse Waters has gotten triggered by the way that men, specifically President Biden, eats or drinks.
Some things we just can't let slide. Joe Biden used a straw. Now, if you've seen me on The Five or on Prime Time, you know I recommend that all men refrain from using straws. It's unbecoming. The way a man's lips purse. The size of the straw is just too dainty. The way your fingers clasp on it. No. Come on. Straws are for women and little kids.
What? Jesse Waters has an unhealthy obsession with describing how men ingest liquids, and it raises a lot of questions. You know, since there's a pattern amongst Republican men who try to suppress their feelings and sexuality out of fear of retaliation by the GOP, like the guy I mentioned earlier, Matt Schlapp. Also, considering how the 77-year-old Donald Trump struggles to drink out of a glass, you'd think that Waters would want Trump to use a straw, or at least a damn sippy cup. What is with the two-hand drinking? Maybe there's some truth to those rumors of Trump having many strokes. In those moments of Donald Trump struggling to drink water, he was 70 years old, and now he struggles to say the word Venezuela.
Did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, it's
You okay, bro?
Also, you're telling me that as an adult, and I use that term very liberally here, but you're telling me that Waters has never used a straw? Sorry, what's that? We have a photo of Jesse Waters using a straw? Say it ain't so, Jesse. Caught using a straw for a McDonald's cup of all things? Jesse Waters might want to go lie down before he hurts himself from embarrassment. But seriously, Jesse Waters getting triggered by Biden eating ice cream or drinking out of a straw or putting on sunglasses might be the dumbest thing he's done on TV. Though Waters did admit to deflating the air out of his now wife's tire so he could drive her home, despite him being married at the time.
When I was trying to get Emma to date me, first thing I did, let the air out of her tires.
She couldn't go anywhere. She needed a lift. I said, hey, you need a lift? She hopped right in the car.
Does she know this story?
No, she doesn't know the story.
Did she watch your show?
The Jesse Jr. does.
You're
basically the Zodiac Killer.
It has a happy ending.
Really?
Yes, we're married. Did you really do that?
Is that the first time you did it, or did you use that before?
It works like a charm.
So I guess he has done dumber things on Fox News. But the real reason that Republicans are spending hours talking about Biden eating ice cream is because Biden's policies are working and they need a distraction from the GOP's mess. The House GOP killed the southern border bill because Trump told them to, and the Senate GOP blocked a bill that would protect IVF after the Alabama ruling. The GOP leadership has no grasp on reality, no idea how to govern, and the 77-year-old moron that they want to be president short circuits like this all the time.
Heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Well, that's all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and feel free to follow me at I am Gabe Sanchez. And if you like what I'm doing and want to support the show, make sure to subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/IamGabeSanchez. Over there, you'll get early access to episodes, bonus content, and exclusive merch. So until next episode, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been... What was that?